If you're looking to create, grow, and sustain your wealth, download and subscribe to the Pain Points of Wealth podcast at BeBullish.com with Bob, Ryan, and Chris Payne. It's your podcast for market insights, money tips, and real talk on the economy. Download and subscribe at BeBullish.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Fiscally responsible, financial geniuses, monetary magicians. These are things people say about drivers who switch their car insurance to Progressive and save hundreds. Visit Progressive.com to see if you could save. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary, not available in all states or situations.
Sunday morning. Is everybody recovering? What the heck happened in New York? What's going on in Nassau, Suffolk County? Well, with us today is Congressman Peter King. I never want to say the word former. Congressman Peter King, one smart guy, chairman of the Homeland Security. Well, Peter, we love you. You know, we all work together. Tell me, what the heck happened?
John, I think all of us are still trying to recover from a Tuesday night. It was really bad in most places. I'll start, though, with the good news. The good news is in Nassau County, we did as well as we've ever done. Bruce Blakeman led the ticket. He won with almost 56% of the vote. We won all of the towns and cities. In fact, for the first time since 1971, we actually captured every council seat, every elective office in the city of Long Beach. And that's a 6-1 Democratic enrollment. Now, there's several reasons for that. One, Bruce is a great candidate. Secondly, the Nassau organization is the best in the country under Joe Cairo's leadership. And I think what was developing around the country, and most people didn't see it, including myself, is that in the last 7 to 10 days, it seems as if Donald Trump's popularity, his favorable, was dropping. And so like Jack Ciattarelli in Jersey, that was a 2-point race, and he ended up losing by 13. I think the difference in Nassau County was, one, Bruce was an incumbent who had done an excellent job. Secondly, the Nassau organization, which is like 1,000 committeemen who are out in the street all the time, going door to door, working in the communities. Joe Cairo had them fully mobilized, and we never let up. The campaign, there were rallies, there were meetings, there were strategy sessions, there was door to door, going to the train stations, knocking on people's doors. It never stopped, right up until literally 9 o'clock on election night. And that is what held it off. I don't think other states had that. Other locales had that. Now, Suffolk County also, Jesse Garcia did a great job. And he basically held what had to be done in Suffolk County. I think what an added advantage us, though, in Nassau was being so close to Mandami. People realize this isn't just something we're talking about. This is right on our border. And Bruce had said he is basically going to set up a border patrol along the Nassau-Queens border to stop any kind of spillover crime or crossover crime coming in from the city. So people in Nassau saw the stark reality of what this could mean to have a Mayor Mandami tying the hands of the cops, doing nothing really to control the immigration issue, encouraging, really tolerating and maybe even encouraging antisocial behavior. So they saw the chaos that was going to come, and that made it more important than ever to elect a Republican in Nassau County. And Bruce has done such a great job that it made it easier for us to get that out there. But I really think that, fortunately, because of Blakeman and Cairo, we were not caught unawares. I think the city... You guys in Nassau
County, you guys were right on top of it. You did the advertising. You didn't go on your laurels, and you guys were the clear winners.
Yeah, and also Ann Donnelly won. I got to emphasize that. Having a DA like Ann Donnelly compared to Alvin Bragg in the city, for instance, that was also a great contrast for us. A tough law and order district attorney, a tough, efficient, effective police commissioner in Pat Ryder. So we were basically doing everything in Nassau that had to be done. But even with all of that, if we had ever let our guard down, as Joe Cairo kept telling us, hey, we're way ahead. We're way ahead. But nothing is more meaningless than being ahead at halftime. Unless you're ahead when the final whistle goes off or the final whistle blows, you haven't won. So we ran really, I mean, literally, I'm saying 7, 8, 9 o'clock on election night. We were out trying to get the vote, making phone calls, driving people to the polls. And that, I think, John, going forward in New York City, it's not enough just to complain like we do about, Adami being so bad. He is. But we have to build up a Republican organization. We have to really start. I know years ago under Al D'Amato and Bill Powers and George Pataki, they built up a statewide Republican organization. They have to start doing that in New York City. It's not going to be easy. There may be still losses for a couple of years, but you've got places like Queens and Brooklyn, Staten Island, certain communities where there should be much more Republican activity, like in Queens. Vicky Palladino is doing a great job out in Northeast Queens. But there's no reason why that is not also, and also Vito in Staten Island. There's no reason why that isn't developing all over Queens and Brooklyn, more so in Staten Island.
We have to have common sense, and we have to have the right people running. What went wrong in New Jersey? Before we talk about, we'll spend a minute. Let's spend a minute on New Jersey. Let's spend a minute on New York City. What went wrong in New Jersey?
I think it was basically an anti-Trump mood developed, a feeling that the economy was starting to go the wrong way, and Mikey Sherrill pounced on that. She ran the last 10 days of her campaign against Donald Trump. Jack Ciattarelli was a great candidate, and listen, he only lost by 3 points the last time around when he was being outspent and nobody gave him a chance. He ran an excellent campaign. I don't blame Jack Ciattarelli for any of this. I just think that they did not have the organization.
You think President Trump said that it was possibly a kickback because of the shutdown?
It could be, but that was up to Republicans to counter that. That also would have been the factor in Nassau County, but we had the organization, the candidates to keep going. I think in Jersey, Jack Ciattarelli himself was a good candidate, but I don't think they had the Republican organization that was needed to counter what the Democrats were doing. You have to have a great candidate at the top, but you have to have the ground troops on the ground doing the grunt work, going door to door, hanging in there, fighting, going all into local radio stations, local newspapers, and just nonstop joining, getting involved in the labor unions and the church groups.
Yes.
And the community organizations. And I don't think they had that in Jersey to the extent we have it in Nassau County.
Peter King, we're out of time, but I'm looking forward to discussing what happened in New York with you. And let's catch up again really soon. And God bless you. God bless America. Thank you you guys for doing a great job in Nassau County.
Thank you, John. God bless America.
If you're looking to create, grow, and sustain your wealth, download and subscribe to the Pain Points of Wealth podcast at BeBullish.com with Bob, Ryan, and Chris Payne. It's your podcast for market insights, money tips, and real talk on the economy. Download and subscribe at BeBullish.com.